Well, Piers, this went further than bullying. This was stalking, and it occurred over about a 10-month period. Interventions were tried by the school and by the victim's mom to no avail. At that point, law enforcement had to step in, and that's why we made felony criminal charges, because if this can't be taken care of at home, certainly the system has an answer.
Now, obviously, we know that lots of kids around this age, particularly with the advent of social media, with Facebook and Twitter and so on, they do tend to be pretty unpleasant to each other. Where does it move from that to the severity of what has happened here? In other words, where there is a genuine risk that somebody may take their life?
Well, they were saying stuff like, go kill yourself, go drink bleach and die. And this was just what was online. The 14-year-old victim actually over this period of 10 months caused the 12-year-old suspect to fight our victim, Rebecca. So it was physical taunting. They terrorized her, they intimidated her, and it was a long-standing feud, if you will, that wouldn't stop. So as a result, we had to do something because obviously our suspect, who was 14, and our victim, who was 12, were constantly at each other. But most importantly, our victim was beat down. She just wanted this to stop. And on the very last day of her life, she texted a friend of hers and said, "I can't take it anymore. I'm jumping. I'm going to kill myself." He didn't tell anyone, and that's exactly what she did.
She did. She climbed a tower at an abandoned concrete plant and leapt to her death. She'd already cut her wrists in a previous failed suicide attempt. An absolutely appalling story. Let me turn to you, Mark O'Mero, if I may, about the issue of parental responsibility and the law. Where does it lie at the moment, and where do you think it should be?
Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot of responsibility put on parents' shoulders for the way their kids act online. We know that if a child gets a hold of a parent's gun, the parents are responsible. A car, they could be responsible. Parents are responsible for getting their kids to school on time. The internet is brand new. Wonderful tool, could be used for a lot of good, but also because it is so open, it could be used for some bad. And the kids are not old enough to understand. They've grown up in a video age where you just push a reset button and you start over again. Parents have to be more diligent and vigilant in looking at what their kids do, because we have to look to the responsible people, the parents, to make sure that they teach the lessons that obviously were not taught to these two girls.